Look around any electronics aisle right now, and you will see two letters plastered on everything. From electric toothbrushes to the display screen on your new smart fridge, AI has become the mandatory marketing sticker used to make ordinary products seem highly advanced. That same sticker has now found its way onto pre-built gaming PCs. Major retailers are placing AI-ready branding next to $1,000 price tags, targeting shoppers, like parents buying holiday gifts, who might not know exactly what's inside the metal box. To see this in practice, tech reviewers the Toasty Bros recently went to Best Buy and picked up a CyberPower PC marketed around artificial intelligence. The price tag? $1,000. At first glance, their resulting review sounds incredibly enthusiastic. They praise the PC for teaching them a lesson that, when it comes to AI, less is more. They even question why modern gamers would ever need lots of video memory when an AI assistant can just do the heavy lifting for them. But if you listen closely, the entire video is a thick layer of sarcasm. They aren't praising the machine. They are ruthlessly mocking it. The hosts use humor to expose a bleak reality. Slapping the words AI-powered onto a product allows corporations to mask terrible hardware deals, exploiting buyers who trust the buzzword instead of checking the specs. Let's ignore the box art and look straight at the physical components. What exactly does $1,000 buy you in an AI-ready machine today? Inside, you'll find an older AMD Ryzen 5 5500 processor, DDR4 RAM from the previous generation, and an RX 6500 XT graphics card. These are budget parts that have been sitting on shelves for quite a while. The biggest bottleneck here is that graphics card. The RX 6500 XT comes with a severely limited 4 GB of VRAM, or video memory. This chart compares that 4 GB limit directly against what modern games actually demand. You can see the massive gap. Standard AAA titles today regularly ask for 8, 12, or even 16 GB of VRAM just to render textures properly. On top of struggling with basic rendering, these older budget chips contain 0 dedicated AI processing cores. They have absolutely no physical advantage when it comes to running artificial intelligence tasks. Charging $1,000 for budget, last-generation parts with limited memory and no specific AI hardware is mathematically terrible. The price tag is entirely disconnected from the actual value of the silicon. If the hardware is weak, the marketing pitch usually pivots to the software. The claim is that AI tools can run on top of the game to rescue the on-screen experience. These tools typically include AI upscaling, which renders the game at a lower resolution and stretches it out, and frame generation, a technology meant to artificially boost how smooth the game feels. When Toasty Bros booted up Arc Raiders using these exact tools, the game completely fell apart. Whole environments failed to load, virtual enemies completely disappeared, and textures refused to pop in, prompting the hosts to jokingly ask the AI for help finding the rest of the map. They then tried Expedition 33, and despite running on medium settings with frame generation turned on, the game chugged along at an incredibly sluggish 24 to 33 frames per second. This visual sequence explains exactly why that happens. Frame generation works by looking at 2 good, solid frames rendered by your graphics card, and then guessing what a third frame sitting between them should look like. But if your hardware is too weak to render those baseline frames quickly and accurately, the software has nothing to work with. The AI guesses blindly, creating broken images and terrible input lag. Software algorithms require a solid physical foundation. You cannot use code to magically bypass the limitations of a severely underpowered graphics card. Because the actual performance gains are completely absent, the AI gaming pitch often drifts into weird secondary gimmicks designed for mainstream titles. The reviewers highlighted this by pretending their AI assistant was doing all the work for them, claiming a chatbot helped them score the ultimate Minecraft speedrun and perfectly lock onto enemies in multiplayer shooters. They saved the best joke for last. After running a standard performance benchmark and getting an abysmal score of 20 cents per point, more than double what a good rig should cost, they asked ChatGPT if it was a good deal. Unsurprisingly, the chatbot said it was fine. These digital assistants and vague upscaling promises function as misdirection. They give the sales representative something flashy to talk about, so you don't look closely at the actual benchmark numbers. If you are shopping for a computer, ignore the glowing stickers and the marketing buzzwords. Look directly at the generation of the internal components and the raw price-to-performance ratio. Marketing trends will always find a new word to print on the box. Knowing exactly what hardware you are paying for is the only reliable way to guarantee you get what you pay for.